everybody, Patty Ann here. Welcome back. Hey, today I've got something really fun to show you, and some of you are going to be really excited about this. This is not sublimation on wood. This is simply the print and cut vinyl for light colored fabrics that I've put on here. And look how adorably these turned out. Isn't that cute? Remember this gnome? This is the one that I got. Sorry about my nails, but this is the one I got from Creative Fabrica. So I used him a lot, and I just tried different finishes on him. Let's go back so I can see. There we go. So I have this, and this is what comes with these ornaments, and I'll show you. You get enough for a hanger and enough for a bow. So this was a different kind of twine that I used just to try something else out to see if I liked it better or the same. And then I even tried a little bow. Not the best bow, but you get the idea. I still think it turned out pretty cute. Some of these other ones that I made, these were my mess-ups when I was first learning how to do it. I believe I overcooked this one, and look, there was supposed to be some red checkered behind him. That didn't work out. That's trash. This one looks pretty good, except for that I cut the material right around this thing, and what I really like to do is leave it all the way out to the edges, because it does change the appearance of it just a little bit, so you can see where that stops and the wood starts. So I probably won't keep that one either. See, this one looks pretty good. This one I must have torn off a little bit. I'm not sure, too fast or too slowly. You can see a little bit of white dotting that shows up right there. It's salvageable. This one's cute. Oh, this one was cute, except for look, when I hang it up, I didn't pay attention to how I had it on my ornament. And I'll show you a trick I know for doing it over there. If you have a Cricut not easy press, the light thing, or a light box. This is a squirrel picture that my husband took. Turned out pretty good. I wish the black was just a little bit blacker, but you can see it pretty well. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, this last one that I did here turned out well. This was something else from Creative Fabrica that I used, and I put it on double sides. You know, if I find one of these that I want to keep and one side's good and one isn't, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have my portrait or my Cricut or my Cameo cut out some felt and just glue it on the back of this as if I wanted it to be there all the time. So I'll save these, but really they're really inexpensive. So as I said, you get a whole slew of them. This is what came, and there are, well, I forget how many in the bag, but look at that. And like I said, and I'll have a link for it for you down below. Like I said, you get the smaller pieces, and those fit here. And then the larger, longer pieces, which are bigger knots, and you can tell pretty easily, like this one. This is for the bow. So again, I'll have the links for these down below for you. Okay, so how did I do this? Oh, one other thing I'm going to have for you over in my blog is I will have for you over there the pattern that you could use if you want to, if you get these same ones, that'll show you exactly how to cut them. It'll be a, what do you call it? A template. Yeah, so I'll have a template over there for you. I think they're super cute. And so let's go up to Silhouette and get started and see how to make these. Now remember, those of you who have Cricut machines, you can do this in your Silhouette machine and design it. There's no cutting from a machine at all involved in these. I just cut them with scissors, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit too. But you can design things in Silhouette and have your Silhouette print things at any size you want, whatever size paper you have, as long as you're not doing print and cut. So again, let's go up to my computer and get started. Okay, if you look up here at my screen, you can see what I got from Creative Fabrica. As usual, you can use my link and get this, or you can get anything you like wherever you're able to get it. The one that I got was this one, so I said download. After it had download, it came in looking like this, at which time I had to extract it all, which I've already done. So since it's already been extracted, I will now go to Silhouette, and look, I've got some of my little pieces in here. Let's get these little ruler marks off. All right, so let me show you what I did. First of all, this is the, let me scroll in. This is the template that you can get over on my website that fits the wooden ornaments perfectly, although look, it doesn't fit this ornament, does it? I'm going to show you how to fix that. So let me just copy this one by right-clicking on it and say copy. And I'm going to open it up in a new window so we can start fresh. So I'm just going to say paste. So there's my ornament that I have the size that I want to put my pieces into. So I'm going to go to File and Merge because I want it to come on this same page. And there's that little squirrel that I did. I want to look for the Christmas clip art. Okay, here it is right here. Double click on that to open it. Double click again, and here they are. I'm just going to open the PNG file. So like that. There they come in perfectly, just like this. As I said, it's not going to fit perfectly in this shape. So I did the one called Joy before, so this time I think I'll do Noel. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, I just went ahead and traced this. Selected the trace area, and I just traced this red one. Move that in because I got a little bit of the green, and say trace. Alright, so now I can bring that over there and bring this over. And as I said, I got a little bit of the green, so I'm going to get rid of that by double clicking and click off those nodes. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is when I double click on that, I get the nodes or the points again, and look how many there are. There are a ton of them, right? Well, I can get rid of some of those to help facilitate or make easier getting rid of this top part up here because that doesn't fit into my ornament. So I'm going to come over here into the point editing panel, which automatically opens when I double click on this to open them. And I'm going to say simplify and watch what that does. Do you see that? Got rid of a whole bunch of nodes. I'll try it again. Can I get rid of more? Sure. All right, that looks pretty good right now. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll in so you can really see. And I'm going to double click again to get the nodes. And notice that one becomes highlighted, which means it's the active node. So I'm going to delete it because I don't want all this stuff up here. So I'm just going to start deleting, and that worked perfectly so far. Then I guess I'll start here and delete and see what's going to happen now. Okay, let's go on the wrong way. Let's see if I click here. Now it's getting the right ones deleted. Okay, that looks pretty good, right? Except for it's a little bit flat on top here. So what I can do is double click to get the nodes, add a node here, and just kind of gradually bring that up just a little bit like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's good enough, you know? Good enough. All right, there we go. So but here, look, we want to get rid of this junk in here too because that was part of the holder. So again, I'm just going to click in here to get the nodes, and I'll click on one and just delete it. Delete that one. Come over here and delete this one. Come over here and delete this one. And okay, you see that little lumpy thing there? I don't like that. So I'm going to try to fix that. Oopsie. Well, that wasn't a very good way to fix it, but I'm getting it. Okay, that looks good. Good enough for me. I could fix that a little bit if I want to. All right, so let's scroll out and see what we have. All right. Oh, that doesn't look good right here, does it? Let's see. Maybe I made that a little bit too bold of a move or something. So you can play around with these until you're satisfied with the roundness of your circle or your ornament. Okay, we'll say I like that. So I'm just going to click on it now, and I'm going to fill it with color. So I'll make it green. All right, so there it is. And if I want to, I can go ahead and turn off the line color because those aren't going to print, and they just kind of are distracting a little bit. So just come up here to the line color part and turn it to no line. All right, So the next thing I'm going to do is I can hold down my shift key if I want to keep it proportional for sure, but just come in here and squish this down because I want it to fit up in here. I don't want it to go from edge to edge because I really don't want to have to try to line that up on the edges, but I do want it to go like a little bit of a 1/4 of an inch from the inside or something like that. So what I would do now is grab this, hold down my shift key and grab the ornament, and then come up here to center them like that. And that's pretty much all you have to do for this project. However, the other thing that I like to do is I like to draw a box around this so I know where I'm going to cut it. Remember, I want it to be much bigger than my ornament, and I know if I make a box that's 5 inches by 5 inches, it will fit way on the outside of my ornament to cut, and I'll make sure that all the edges of my ornaments are covered with that papery stuff. So I'm going to get a box and just draw one. And what I could do is just make it like 5 by 5, and I think that will be good enough. Hit enter. Okay, let's send it to the back now. Right click and send it to the back and see. Okay, let me group all this together. Group. And put that like that. Yeah, that looks like that will be big enough for sure, right? Easily to manipulate. So what I'm going to do is just change its color to white, the box's color to white. And I'm going to change its line color because remember, if we leave the line color or the weight at 0, it won't print at all. We want it to print just a little bit. So I'm going to change it to 0.25. So it prints just a tiny little bit. Once again, I'll group everything together. Now, with this product, you do need to mirror it. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and say flip horizontally. And I think I'll just make 2 of them double-sided. I'll make 2 of them. So hold down my Alt key and drag one down here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell my machine to print. And after it prints, I'll meet you over by the heat press. Okay, here we are at my heat press. Notice I have it set for 340 degrees, and I do my setting for 20 seconds. So it's 340 for 20 seconds. And of course, all heat presses are different, so you'll probably have to do some practices yourself. But you remember that line that I said I like to print on here? That lets me know about where to cut it. Got to make sure none of the line stays on the paper, because it will go onto my piece. So here's what I have right here. It's all cut out now and ready to go. And I need to get a coaster. And here's the ornament that I'll be using. So as I said, I like to use a light box or something like that. So what I do is I put my ornament down on here. You remember that one I messed up? I'm not going to mess them up anymore. I have that straight on there now. I take this piece and I know what the top is, right? Because if I look through it, it reads properly. Then I gently kind of fold it over on itself so I can see that it's matching. And just at the very top where there's no design, I put a little bit of a crease. That lets me know where the top goes. Then I bring it over here on the light press. Now, I'm going to bring you over to see if maybe you can see this. Can you see through? You can see that ring that's going around there, right? And the light box kind of helps you know that you have a nice edge that kind of matches around all the sides. Okay. So now, I gently pick this up after I'm sure I have it centered where I like it. Remembering about that top, that little point I made going right through the center of the hole. Okay, then just pick this up. Then all I do is place it on a piece of parchment paper. I've run out of parchment paper, so I keep using the same piece. And hopefully it's not getting dirty marks on the back of my stuff. So I'll place that down there. close my heat press. It's about a medium heavy pressure. And again, I do it for 20 seconds. That seems to have worked for me. I'll turn that baby off. Move it over. So there's 10 more seconds. Okay, put this up, bring this over, and now, hopefully you can see, I shall take this off. Oh, ouch. Take the parchment paper off, and then peel the ornament. Look how beautiful that is. And that's how easy it is to make these. Put some pretty checkered blue or checkered green and white ribbon around here, or some buffalo plaid if the green matches. Just super cute. Also, you can do photographs, as I showed you with the squirrel. Kids photographs, whatever you like. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Check out my links below. I'll have the links for the ornaments and the link to the library where you can get the free template for these ornaments, and the link to the kind of transfer paper, the heat transfer paper that I'm using that works well for me. So I think that's really cute. So again, thanks for joining me, you guys. Bye.